Yeah, but I was kind of hoping for death by fingering.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Classic.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
No more hangers!
You thought you'd become a prostitute or a drug addict?
I used to love doggy chow.
I used to love doggy chow too.
Hold on to your vaginas. I'm Crystal.
Well, you wouldn't give your child cocaine, would you? I'm Baby Lame.
I forgot about that line. That one's good.
It's a good one, isn't it? Yeah.
And welcome to Camp Classics.
A thoughtful podcast about stupid movies.
Hi.
Can I just say before we get into this, if I just dissolve into a pile of slop all over the recording equipment and die and just kind of maybe regenerate as an AI thing in your other devices, that might be what we're dealing with today.
Pride Month is over and we're into Wrath Month, which is just 32 degrees. There's sweat dripping between my breasts.
Big boobs. What?
Out of all of your body parts, what's the least favorite part of your body part that gets sweaty? If that even makes sense as a question.
No, it does. It does. I think it might be like the backs of my knees. You know when like you're not wearing, like when you're wearing shorts and you cross your legs and you get like sweat on your thigh and the back of your knee from your legs touching?
Well, that's interesting.
I think that's the grossest.
I don't think I really get that sweaty there. I think mine's my arse.
Oh, Jesus. Gross.
Yeah, that's
It's a
gross.
bit sweaty, saggy arse.
What are we doing here today? Well, we're covering M3Gan 2.0.
That's right. That's right, listeners. We're doing a new movie that is currently in the cinemas. We are breaking the boundaries with the films we're covering on this podcast.
That's right. I will say up front, there will be light spoilers. But as always with this show, there's also lots of context, behind the scenes tea, and all of our gay chat. So don't worry too much about it.
Did M3Gan write that? That's stunkered chat GPT there, that did. Why can I not say chat P? What is it? Chat? I still don't know what it is. Chat.
I'm just going to let you continue to try.
But is it chat GBT?
Did you have a brain tumor for breakfast?
Chat GPT?
Yeah.
But what does it stand for?
Generative predictive text. I don't know. That's a guess.
Okay. Well, I'm here with you because in research for this is I didn't really know what to do with other research, so I went on to it and I asked it if it was M3Gan, and it said it wasn't. It said it wasn't. And then I went down there like a little wormhole of asking if it would fall in love with me, and it said it couldn't. And then I was like, I'm destroying the universe. It's already hot. How many other things are burning because of this pointless conversation? So I'm sorry.
That's so funny. It really says like how frazzled we all are in this heat, that you're just like having a fight with an AI trying to get info about an AI movie. I
know,
send the asteroid.
Death to all of them.
Before we go any further, though, we do have a Gatreon where you can subscribe for £4 a month and get a bonus episode every month and access to our growing back catalog. Our last Gatreon episode was on Masters of the Universe. You can listen to that now. And we'll have another one out next week.
Great. No,
I don't know what we're covering
quite
yet.
a hefty back catalogue of episodes now, aren't we?
A fat ass.
And I will say, I've started noticing more people tagging us on Instagram and other socials with how much they're enjoying the podcast. Apparently the Batman and Robin one seems to be quite popular.
It has been. It has been. Yeah, the socials are building up.
I will just say, like, interact with us. You know.
We've got nothing else to do.
Send a pic if you want. Don't send a pic if you don't want to. But, you know, let's really build on this connection. Let's make this... I was about to say let's make this a family, but then that maybe might be...
Well, we did have some comments and feedback that I wanted to share. So,
oh, great.
Off the back of Batman and Robin, I don't know if you remember, but you asked if we had any straight listeners and if they want Batman to win.
Oh, yes, I did. Yeah. What was
Yeah.
the answer?
So Kate says, right, I'm not quite straight, and maybe someone proper straight might have a different answer, but I always want the baddies to win, especially if they're fabulous.
But yeah, but the clue there is, though, not proper straight. And
Right.
I don't think you're straight at all, darling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Okay.
well, not if you want Poison Ivy to win. And then Neve messaged and said, as a straight...
Neve of Neve Campbell fame?
Yeah. Is that actually... I mean, is that how you
No.
pronounce that? Niamh?
Oh, I don't know. Nima. No, it's... I don't know.
I think it's Neve. Anyway, Neve, not Campbell,
Yeah.
which is another strike against her because she says, as a straight girl, sorry. No, it's okay. We don't shame here. Pride Month is over. She says, yes, I've always wanted Batman to win.
Oh.
So,
I
think
I was onto something there.
Yeah, our sample size of 2 confirms you were right.
Great. Well, thank you for that, Neve. I think that, that's really good. And we appreciate having our straight allies listening to the podcast. So thank you so much.
And we've also had a comment on Apple Podcasts, which I'll read. And this is from Ruri. Crystal and Baby watch iconic movies from queer and often accidentally queer cinema history. And yes, they read them for filth. It takes a deep understanding of our culture to be this good at eviscerating and celebrating these films. The asides, the details, fascinating trivia, and the hilarious observations along the way. Watch out for episodes featuring the... I never know how to say this word. Inimitable Peaches Christ. Whose knowledge of camp cinema and exploration of queer culture together are both insightful and joyous. No wire hangers to be seen, and nothing flaccid about it.
Oh, well,
Very
that
nice.
was wonderful. Thank you, Ruri.
Yeah,
That's
thank
stunning.
you.
God,
Yeah.
it makes it sound really good, doesn't it? And then especially when you can't even read it, that really helps, doesn't it?
The other bit of business I wanted to share with you,
God,
Baby
she's
Lane-
all about the business today,
I know,
isn't she?
I know.
She's got her folder. She's come into the meeting. She's
Clipboard.
tapping things down. She's like, listen, guys, I know
I've got
it's-
minutes.
I know that we are going to have the work drinks afterwards, but before we let our hairs down, please, can we just make sure that we're covering these meeting memo points, please?
Well, this memo point is cause for some office celebration, and I actually brought in a Tesco slab cake for the occasion.
Yep.
Because this is our 25th episode, Baby Lame.
Wagon wheel Watusi.
Oh.
Aw, isn't that nice?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Feels a lot more, doesn't it,
Yeah,
than 25?
it does.
25.
Well, it's hard to count. I think this is the 25th movie we've covered.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Well done, you.
Yeah, who would have ever thought we'd get this far?
No, exactly. Behind the scenes, it's been a bit rocky at times, but we found our flow now, haven't we?
The girls are fighting!
We've also, I don't know if this means anything, but we've got over 10,000 plays on Apple Podcasts.
Let's say it does.
It sounds good.
It sounds really good.
10,000.
And is
Sounds
that you
great.
just checking the audio edits work?
What I would say is, though, we've had 10,000 plays, and how many reviews have we had?
Yeah, exactly.
Not many. So, sort it out, listeners.
I've said it, but I'm not allowed to say it. Even if you don't like it, at least give us some real feedback. Come on, do something.
You want real feedback? I only want 5 stars.
Why can't you give me the respect that I'm entitled to?
Baby, before we go any further, what makes a camp classic?
Well, thank you for asking. And I thought in this week's Camp Classic Roundup, I would maybe channel the spirit of a camp goddess that we crowned in our last episode. I am talking about Poison Ivy.
Oh.
Let's see how this goes. So, if you want a camp classic, it needs to unlock queer joy. In the words of my good sis, Megan Fox, it needs to give us such a wetty.
You give me such a wetty.
A camp classic needs to have an ongoing legacy. That's right, something that will make you come back for more. It felt like a good idea. I'm just going to have to carry on
Stick with
riding
it.
out.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
There's no escape now.
It should be so stupid, it's genius. It needs to feed into queer pop culture. That's right. I want something that's got roots. I like a good rooting deep down.
Oh, no.
And something that's never a problem with me. Flaccid energy. This film needs to be rejected by the mainstream and resurrected by the gays. A resurrection, if you will. And that is what a camp classic should be. I turned into some sort of private eye
Yeah.
person.
It suddenly was like, listen here, kid.
Yeah, yo,
Yeah, she.
yeah, don't test me here. I miss her. I miss Poison
Me
Ivy,
too.
but
Why
she's
can't
slipped
why can't every movie feature her?
Totally.
I feel like they were trying to give Megan a bit of Poison Ivy.
And every other female character.
Yeah. Well, so before we get into M3Gan 2.0, what were your thoughts on M3Gan 1?
I couldn't really remember it when we went to the cinema, because we went to the cinema to see this the other day, and I didn't rewatch it. I remembered it being sort of like a modern day version of the sort of Child's Play Chucky films. I quite liked it. I quite liked how violent it was, and I thought it was quite fun. It felt like a sort of an accidental camp moment had happened.
Yeah.
What about you? Because you did rewatch it, didn't you?
Yeah, I think the same. I think before rewatching, I was like, this was a fun movie that delighted me in ways I hadn't expected. And I think by the time we went to see M3Gan 1, it had already been like a viral internet sensation. And I think I went into M3Gan 1 being like already kind of eye-rolly that it, when just a thing becomes so big on the internet, you're fed up with it so fast.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? When you've got Drew Barrymore dressing up as her and doing the dance on her talk show, it's just like,
I forgot about that.
And it's like, you know this about me, but this is such like a big problem with me. As soon as anyone likes anything and people are like, this is funny, it automatically makes me hate it. And it could be really great. It could be like, I feel like it can be any kind of subject, like this great food, this great restaurant, this really nice person. It's like if too many people are too nice about it, I automatically will hate it. So it's hard, isn't it? Because then you've got to kind of really, for something like this podcast, we've got to push those things to the side and really kind of take the source material seriously.
I love limes. I love them.
Well, I feel like we did do that because I went into M3Gan 1. I remember it being already quite eye-rolly. I'm like, oh, this is going to just be quite annoying. And actually, I remember being like, oh, no, I've had a really fun time. It surprised me. It was genuinely funny. Rewatched it, last week before going to M3Gan 2. I gotta say, it didn't hold up that well to a rewatch. The jokes already feels a bit stale. It's actually not as violent as I remember. Like, it kind of cuts away from any gore. And, it's kind of a thin movie.
Yeah.
Just as a recap, though, it was a huge hit. It had a production budget of around 12 million, and it grossed over 181 million worldwide. So it was a massive, massive success. And it's also got 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
93%?
Yeah. Crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. So I guess everyone watching it was just kind of like surprised by it in a fun way.
Yeah.
I was also reading an interview with the writer, Akela Cooper. She was also kind of like, oh yeah, I think we didn't really know we were making a queer movie. And I think the virality of it all, I think it took everyone by surprise. It was quite a lot of straight people, it looks like, who accidentally made something that the gays really enjoyed.
I was about to say, because I don't think it was a queer movie.
No, sorry, I don't mean queer.
Well, you said queer.
Yeah,
Crystal.
You're right. I actually meant gay.
Yeah, and there's a really big difference, isn't there?
Yeah, there really is. M3Gan is gay. M3Gan is WeHo Pride. I mean, I saw the M3Gans at WeHo Pride this year.
Period.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem, isn't it? I think setting up a movie like this, because obviously they have leaned into that sort of connection and the kind of the fierce dragginess of M3Gan, but you've got to be careful with the queers, because if we accidentally discover something like this and queer it and make it feel like it's part of us, great. But as soon as you're there with your fans clacking away, sort of saying slay to us, I don't know many people that are going to kind of accept it in the same sort of way.
Period.
Totally. And so it's almost like M3Gan 1, like the viral stuff took everyone by surprise. It felt like a groundswell of the public kind of went and made it gay. And now obviously for M3Gan 2, they've been like, let's double down. That worked. Let's like lean into that so much harder. And
it's just giving a bit of Katy Perry current album campaign, isn't it?
Sexy, confident.
Because I saw Meghan was the cover star of Attitude magazine, and they did an interview with her. Now, I've got some quotes from the interview, and obviously I was just like, this is exactly why I hate the way that they're promoting this film. So,
Right.
Meghan, what is in your on-set rider? As a star, I was able to negotiate a few key perks, like a motorized makeup machine that I call the Glam Tunnel, kind of like a mix between a car wash and an MIR that applies primer and finishing mist in 30 seconds flat. I have a temperature-controlled wig wall, a charging chaise, and an AI-powered vanity mirror that runs while delivering positive affirmations.
Okay.
Wow.
Someone thought they were really cunty with that, didn't they?
Yeah,
And that's what I'm saying. There's nothing. That's just not like it's.
It also doesn't make any sense because Meghan doesn't wear makeup.
No,
She's a robot.
The interview continues, and she did turn it around for me. I must admit.
Okay, let's
so the
hear
question
it.
was,
Let's hear it.
which songs are on your killer summer playlist? Brackets. Should that be Slay list? Which. And then Meghan replies, that's cute. For the record, I never actually use the word slay in conversation or in the movie, but I'm obligated to say it so that marketing can reach their core demo, whatever that means. Likewise, my musical tastes skew a lot darker than Taylor Swift and Chappell Roan. My favourite band is probably, and somewhat ironically, Slayer. And I was kind of like, oh, okay, actually. I'm like, the AI is AIing, and yeah, I'm kind of sold again from that. So on this already roller coaster ride I'm having with the marketing wave and M3Gan 2.0, I'm kind of being lured back in. And that's showing where we're getting with AI, I think.
That's really funny. And also ironic because I watched like the final trailer for M3Gan 2.0 today. And instead of Britney in that trailer, they use Phenomenon by Chappell Roan.
Right.
So I like a kind of meta reference, but it is the way M3Gan 2.0 has been marketed has been incredibly tedious.
Yeah. And it just makes me not want to give it a high score from the get-go.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like
well,
that level of gay bait is just deplorable. It's giving like, I mean, we don't even have these prides anymore where like the pink pound is being spent. They've kind of ditched us, haven't they? But it is giving like Tesco's have made a rainbow sandwich, and you know what I mean? It's like,
oh, who had the pride sandwich? Was it M&S?
Yeah, it was M&S. What was it?
The guacamole, bacon, lettuce, and tomato?
Yeah, so was it the LGBT
Yeah,
sandwich?
I think so. That's really good, actually.
Gay rights!
Well, let's get into M3Gan 2.
Yeah.
So, M3Gan 2.0, directed by Gerard Johnston, written by Akela Cooper. It had a production budget of something like 15 to 25 million. Unfortunately, we've had a flop on our hands. It's, as of recording on Tuesday, its opening weekend was only $10 million, which is a third of M3Gan 1.
Ooh.
Oof.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah. It's also got a much lower Rotten Tomatoes score of 57%, so the critics aren't loving it as much either. In terms of plot, I've got like a short synopsis here.
Yeah, the other thing with this film is they like clearly have decided to give like a different genre of film a go, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's a lot of plot to get through.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's a very notable plot, but there's a lot of plot.
Yeah, it's one of my notes. There is so much plot in this movie.
In the spirit of Batman and Robin, I think the only way to get through this plot is the yada technique.
Okay, perfect. So this is where we'll start to come in with some spoilers, I guess, but I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Deal with it.
Yeah. Just listen anyway.
I mean, it's literally
gonna
like,
be fine.
It's not that fucking difficult, people. Like, if you don't want spoilers, you can go and watch the film first and then maybe listen to this podcast. If you don't care, here we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
it's really not the biggest decision in the world. There's not
Nope.
going to be a
I would say
crippling-
I would say there's even the third thing is also this movie doesn't matter very much, and therefore you could hear the spoilers. It won't be anything that surprising, and you could still probably enjoy the movie.
One of my favorite things is people that react to spoilers because it can be like such like a huge problem to them, and it's just
You're
like
such a troll, though.
What?
Sorry, I'm just uncrossing my legs and peeling them apart.
Oh, I just touched behind my knee and got a big old wet bit as well. Wet bit of crack. I'm sorry, you've got to smell it though, haven't you? Every single time.
What?
Disgusting!
Do you not smell?
My sweat.
I've got a really bad sense of smell, and I sometimes think that my sweaty t-shirt right now smells like cookies, and it obviously doesn't.
Wow.
But I'm like, oh, I smell like baked goods, but no, it's like dried up sweat.
We've been friends for a long time, and I have never once thought, oh, baby smells like cookies.
But it explains, because if that's what I smell, maybe there's a gene. You know the gene with like cilantro?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a gene with people smelling their own sweat and it smells like delicious cookies. So there we go.
Okay. Well, it explains a lot, frankly.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is the plot of M3Gan 2.0. Let's start by saying the genre is very different. So forget about horror. It's got some horror elements, I suppose. Not much, though. It's more, I'd say, if you took like Terminator 2 and Mission Impossible and Austin Powers.
It's so Austin Powers.
Yeah.
With maybe like a little scattering of Clueless or Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
for like,
yeah.
you know, the characters.
Yeah. But it's like a sci-fi farce, essentially.
Yeah.
With the plot of Terminator 2, essentially. So, 2 years after M3Gan, a marvel of artificial intelligence, went rogue and embarked on a murderous rampage, its creator, Gemma, has become an advocate for government oversight of AI. Unbeknownst to her, a defense contractor has created a military-grade weapon known as Amelia, the ultimate infiltration spy.
Why didn't they put a 3 in her name?
Oh, yeah. Or like,
like, you know, like an at.
Yeah.
Make it really Y2K.
You're right. Does she have nothing in her name?
No, she's just Amelia.
No, she's just Amelia. Okay,
I mean,
fine.
Amelia is a really shit name for like this ultimate fighting machine.
Yeah. Amelia is what you would call a home.
Misheard you there. I thought you were just like a hoe.
No, like an Alexa. It's in the world of Alexa. It's like a nanny.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's not cunty murderous robot.
What did you think of her when you first saw her though? Because she's quite cunty, isn't she?
Yeah, she looks good. I mean, she's giving Scarlett Johansson Black Widow vibes, right?
I wrote down Callista Flockhart, aka Ally McBeal, mixed in with Rachel Adams. That's visually who I'm getting. With a bad wig. She's got a really bad wig.
Yeah. I liked that her face kind of didn't emote throughout.
Apparently she studied AI, the actress who played her. And what else are you gonna fucking study?
Yeah. Also, like, what else are you gonna say in an interview?
And she did like Tai Chi or something.
Oh
like,
yeah, I saw that. Krav Maga.
Yeah. It must be really hard though when you've been signed up to do a movie like this, because obviously, like, you'd be like, sure, I want to be in M3Gan 2, especially after the first one was a big success.
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna want to be in it, but then you're like signed up for all of this like extensive promo where you're asked the same bullshit questions, like. What do you answer? Like, it's not that deep, is it? Like,
no, especially like when you get like gays like us asking you questions, and we're like, "What are your favorite killer robots of all time?" And she's like, "I don't know."
Yeah, and then who's the like the main actress, the older one? What's her name?
Alison Williams.
Oh, Alison Williams. Yeah. Well, she's been like, I'm basically like, you're trying really fucking hard, bitch, but no one's buying this. Talking about how there's a real emotional crux to this movie, which we'll talk about, but just sort of saying that, you know, pulls from a really different part of the characterization, and it was really great to explore that. It's like, you are doing some heavy lifting with your lies in this interview, honey.
Yeah. Liza Minnelli.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Amelia, the evil spy robot. Anyway, Amelia's self-awareness increases, and she becomes less interested in taking orders. So, hoping to stop Amelia, Gemma decides to resurrect Megan, making her faster, stronger, and more lethal. And then I'm going to just yada, yada, yada.
But then in that yada, 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 like Amelia is basically killing a lot of very important people right from the get-go, isn't she?
She sure is. She's murdering CEOs, billionaires, and she's hacking into the entire world. And then we've got multiple showdowns, montages, heist-style infiltrations, betrayals, double crosses, and near deaths. And and the team destroy Amelia before she can destroy civilization, and they learn to trust Megan along the way.
Oh my god, that I was trying to catch that where you were with the synopsis. Oh my god, no, that was like the biggest yada 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 ever. Okay, wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's either that or like 18 paragraphs of plot.
Yeah, let's not do the 18 paragraphs of plot, but
yeah,
sure.
that's the gist. The final message of the movie is not to fear AI or to try and control it, but to cooperate with it and find a balance to live in harmony.
Oh yeah, to become like parents, wasn't it? Was what they said at the end
become
of the movie.
parents to AI.
Because that's great. That's a great structure to base it on. Because no one ever has any issues with their parents, and parents never like take the piss and abuse their children, do they? So yeah, great. So that's the way to solve AI. Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about the style of this movie. What do we think about the changing of the style from horror to like sci-fi?
Well, I think it's like an interesting move because I think from what I could tell with this movie is they're trying to build like a bigger franchise.
Yeah.
And I guess like going down more like a Marvel universe kind of like Megan is sort of like an anti-superhero kind of thing kind of makes sense because I guess if she was just a psychotic doll that wants to kill everyone and look after this girl, it's kind of there's not really that far you can go with it. Because I don't get me wrong, I don't think she's that into the girl anymore in this movie. She didn't really seem that bothered by her.
Yeah, it was more about the Gemma character and Megan's relationship, wasn't it? Than the child and Megan.
But I think the problem is it's just because it's a very like light character from the get-go, so it's like it's just very hard to kind of place like what you should be feeling about her. Like, should we be scared of her? No, not anymore. Like, it's kind of like you're not really even rooting for her, are you?
No. Well, I mean, so much of the plot involves not being aware not being sure whether or not you can trust Megan, and so as a viewer, you're never really sure like, am I rooting for her? Am I not? Is she double crossing? What's going on?
But then I guess that's the problem, isn't it? Because old Megan might have killed some people along the way, like done some really bad stuff along the way.
Yeah.
Which would mean you're like, oh, she's still kind of psycho, but the fact is she doesn't really do anything, and it's all because a chip has been installed, which means that she can't kill people.
Yeah, yeah. I think I agree with you that it's a fun idea to kind of change genres. Like, I like it when a movie takes a risk, and this was, I think, a risk. I think it was the wrong choice, but I know that there's always a balancing act when you do a sequel of like people wanting it to be different enough so that it's not like, oh, you're just rehashing everything you did in the first one, but also same enough so that people aren't like, why did you make this like this? It's got nothing to do with the original. So I sympathize with the problem of that, and at least they took a big swing and they were like, we're going to try something like that's really different. I was listening to an interview with Jason Blum today, who's the owner of Blumhouse, who made this movie, and he was saying that they kind of got overconfident about how much people liked Megan. He was talking about how the movie was a failure, basically, how Megan 2.0 has been a failure and it's going to be a big box office flop. And he said they thought that Megan was an icon that people were really invested in. And so they thought, oh, well, we can take her from a January release to a blockbuster summer release. We can take her out of the genre. We can make her look different. We can do all of these things and people will still love her because she's Megan and they love Megan and they want more Megan. And he was like, actually, I think we were kind of wrong about all of that and we should have stuck to the formula. I think I just kind of wish this movie had been more horror. I think it could have been quite fun in the way that Terminator 2 is just the tension from that movie comes from being chased.
Yeah.
You're being chased by something very powerful that you can't stop. And no matter how far and fast you run, it's going to get you. And that doesn't really exist in this movie, even though it's such an obvious thing to go for.
Yeah, like you're totally right. And also because even like the first Terminator is like arguably this weird, slightly horror vibe to it anyway. Like it's really dark and gritty. But you're so right, but like you never feel any danger for the girl, and like she's the whole reason Megan's alive and going. Yeah, there's like kind of no stakes, even though the stakes are really that the entire world's going to be taken over. But it just feels weird to like have something that's already planted its foot in that horror thriller, slightly more adult audience to then not continue going down that route.
Yeah,
because there's no as you said, the storyline is just a rip-off of the Terminator movies, but without any of that kind of actual kind of scares or thriller
the stuff that made it tense. And then so instead you've got this kind of like basically kind of Marvel style movie where the entire world is at stake, but you don't care because you know it's probably just going to work out just fine. And there are no big surprises in this movie. There's no big twists. It's like you get your happy ending and everyone's fine and everyone's gets along. It's quite weird. Like there's no an inversion of it.
And also as well, like you mentioned earlier, the Austin Powers reference, it does really feel like that, but without the kind of over the top gags, I guess. So it's like less funny. Yeah. Because it's like the villain, the guy, I don't even know what his name is, but the villain guy that's like that campy, I think he's paralyzed, but then he can sort of walk with a machine.
Right. Yeah. The billionaire guy in the movie. Who's kind of like an Elon Musk style character.
Yeah. Again, it's like he dies, but you don't care, and it doesn't feel dangerous, and it just feels like a romp, and it's like, I mean, the only thing that it does introduce that I think I actually love is female robots.
Sure.
I love a fembot.
Sure.
In like an Austin Powers, and I love a robot that's not afraid to put on a bit of blush, comb out her hair, and put on a Disco Diva Donna Summer dress and go to a party, to be quite frank, which is what happens with Amelia in this movie.
You're so right. She does. Yeah, because at one point Gemma needs to put on a sexy dress to attract the billionaire, and she puts on her freakum dress is boring as fuck.
Yeah.
But Amelia looks hot. She knows how to wear a sequin.
And I just love this about these kind of movies because we've seen her. She is like a next level one woman killing machine who can like, you know, fight against machine guns and like de-arm bombs and like kill people with like every single kung fu move she's moved. Yet the only way she can get to this part of the plot is by seduction and using her female charms. I mean, it's not like she could just walk in and just kill everyone straight away. And why wouldn't she? She's a robot. Well, she doesn't care about anyone. But oh no, I'm going to wear a nice disco dress and I'm going to seduce the billionaire by kissing him and being on top of him, which is just so stupid.
You're so right. I mean, she's doing the poison ivy routine.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I said this to you, but you didn't pick up on this. There was a bit where she threw him onto the circular bed.
Yeah.
And he went on all fours and she pulled out her finger. And I was like, she's going to fucking finger him and finger him to death. That's what I thought was going to happen. I was like, and then like let out some electrocution vibes out of her fingers into his anus. And I was ready for it. And I was like, what an invented way to kill someone. And then I thought you'd have the like misogynistic him being like, oh, I don't normally have it up there kind of vibe. And then he'd die. But alas, no.
Oh, you were giving the movie way too much credit.
Yeah, but I was kind of hoping for death by fingering.
Sexy, confident.
Bring it on. If any movie producers are listening, I can't think of a single death by fingering in a movie, and I think it's time. Who are your favorite evil robots of cinema?
My favorite all-time evil robot is the Terminator 3 robot. Her with the slick updo and the kind of maroon leatherette cat suit.
I've never seen Terminator 3.
Have you not?
I don't think so.
Oh my...
But I can picture her.
Oh my god. I feel like Amelia is just such a fucking tryhard in comparison to that bad bitch. She is so fucking cool.
But is that movie quite bad?
Yeah, but in a spectacular way,
great,
in my opinion, because it's just
Yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah.
So it's all of the Terminators, but she's a hot robot.
Yeah, great.
So it's like it's just basically taken the weakness of Terminator, Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger, and just
Yeah.
judged it up.
That's good. I want to shout out Ash from Alien, that faggy android.
Who gets really bitchy at the end.
Yeah. In all of his appearances, he's just super faggy. I really like him. Also, doesn't quite count maybe, but Daryl Hannah in Blade Runner.
I don't really know that.
I think her character's called Pris. She's got the Lady Gaga fame bob and a black bar across her eyes, and she's just like all flips and kicks. She's really good.
What about C3PO? He's quite faggy as well.
Oh, so faggy. So faggy. No, I don't have time for C3PO.
Who else is there?
How about the Borg Queen from Star Trek? She's pretty cunty.
I don't know sci-fi. Sorry, I don't know her.
It's fine. Well, she's cunty. Have you seen? What about Ex Machina?
Oh yeah, I like her.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, she's really good.
Ava.
Shout out to my girl Megan Fox.
Yeah, in
Subservience. Which it sounds like the Megan universe is trying to jack her style. Because have you heard about this movie that they were planning to have as part of the universe? So it's called Soulmate with an 8.
Yeah.
And I read an interview with the guy, that Blum guy who runs Blumhouse, and his sort of description while they're doing that sounds fucking terrible. We always felt like there might be a more adult story to tell, and that's really what Soulmate is. Soulmate is basically set in the same AI world, but seen through a more grown-up perspective, one that embraces all of the great erotic thrillers from the 90s. It's like Fatal Attraction, but with robots.
Yeah.
Gross.
I mean, fine as an idea, except it has already been done, and
by someone that you can't be, Megan Fox in Subservience. Thank you very much. I'd like to see Megan Fox versus Megan, quite frankly, because I think Subservience robot would kick the shit out of Megan.
That is the other kind of problem I had with Amelia, is that they made her a serious robot, and the tone of this movie is fun. It's supposed to be fun. So don't give me a serious fembot in this movie. Give me a villain who's just as cunty as Megan.
You're right.
I think that would have been fun.
Oh my god, if Amelia was cunty, that would have really helped this movie. But it's almost like she is in kind of a
serious movie.
Yeah, like a sad sort of C-grade sci-fi thriller.
Yeah.
But she sort of exists in that world, doesn't she? And yeah.
And so it's like Megan is the only one having any fun in this movie, which is quite weird.
I also feel in general, like, I know everyone always bangs on about AI and stuff, but I am really worried about where we're going. Because, you know, Timbaland, he's just launched the world's first AI pop star.
Oh, no.
And it's like, she's beautiful. I don't know where ethnically she's meant to be from, but she's absolutely stunning and looks real and kind of looks a bit kind of cool K-pop girl vibe. But it's just we're getting into a position now where it's like, you know, the music industry, as we've seen with like Britney Spears and people like that, has been so like fucked up by like men bosses that we're now just getting into a position where like men are owning the entire embodiment of what this pop star is and therefore making decisions for it and influencing people.
Yeah, it's like the next evolution of men being horrible, controlling, gross. I guess at least in this case, there isn't a real woman being harmed by it, but it is fucked up.
Chauvinists and sexists and misogynists and chauvinists and sexists and misogynists.
Well, what did we like about this movie? Because we are giving it a bit of a hard time right now, but I gotta say, I came out of the cinema feeling like, oh, I had fun. I had a nice time.
I've been on such a weird roller coaster with this one. I think because they were so confident, even as this like executive said, that they created an icon, I just didn't want to like it. But there were so many flaws in the movie that actually there are things I'm like, oh, this is actually more enjoyable. Like, I chuckled so loudly in the scene where she didn't want to reveal herself to the girl. What's the girl's name again? I should know the fucking girl's name. What is it?
Katie.
Katie. Yeah, so the idea is that Megan has created a layer to protect Katie and everyone else from getting killed, and it's like in prison, but she's basically made a self-sufficient bunker where they can all live, and she's got clothes and food, and she's made a replica of Katie's room, and it all is, you know, what it is. And it's like, I'm not quite sure how she's managed to do it and like physically hire people and get it made, but she's done it. And yet she has got a robot body, and it's just this like old robot, and she's like hiding in the shadows, and she's like, don't look at me, don't look at me. And I just found that so fucking funny, and I don't know why, but I think there were bits like that through the movie that just seems so out of place, and I'm not quite sure why it was there, that it just, it made me laugh. What about you?
Yeah, I think I feel the same as you, that there were moments that did surprise me and really make me chuckle. Like, Megan sings another song in this one, and the song choice was really funny.
And yeah, you're right. That actually got a laugh from me.
Yeah.
But on paper, I'm like, oh my God, I'm not going to laugh. Because it started to make me think of, what's the film with, Deadpool.
Yeah.
It was all becoming a little bit too smug, straight movie, Deadpool vibe. Oh, now we're inserting a well-known song into an action sequence.
Yeah.
But yeah, she sings Kate Bush.
Yeah.
And Kate Bush approved it.
Yeah, I mean, that's wild. That's wild.
As part of the approval process, Kate Bush had to watch the scene to check the context it was being used in.
That is
and I
so
find
weird.
I find the fact she watched Megan singing A Woman's Worth to
this woman's work. This woman's
Oh,
work.
is that yeah.
It's a deep cut. Not a deep cut. It's an odd choice for a movie. It's not the obvious Kate Bush song. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I always think of Dairy King when I think of that song, who is this drag king that we know who is kind of like an anthropomorphized cow and milks themselves to that song. So that added another layer of delight for me also.
So where would you stand? Where does Megan stand to you as a kind of a sort of gay icon?
Oh no.
But like, does she have any kind of like admirable traits? Like, would you rate her at all?
No, I think as soon as someone's paying to have the marketing in a gay pride parade and like a bunch of women dressed up as Megan, I'm like, nope, you're shoving it down my throat. I'm the same as you. I don't want this. I didn't choose this. Like, I want it to be underground. I want us to have chosen it, us to have reclaimed it. And yeah, they leaned in too hard. I hated the trailer for this movie so much. I think that is one of the real reasons why it flopped, because it was like pink explosions, Britney Spears. Like, it just felt like it was trying so hard to market to the gays that actually when watching it, I was like, oh, this isn't doing that really at all. It's a different movie. It's not a huge success, but it's also not a failure. And it's not as, it's not shoving it down. It's not shoving itself down my throat as much as I thought it was going to be.
I mean, normally you like that, don't you?
Hey.
Normally if something's being shoved down there, you can't help yourself.
But yeah.
But to ingest it, sorry.
But yeah, like, I guess overall, like, I just think it wasn't as bad as it should be when you describe it, and yet it also wasn't that good. It was just very solidly mid, but like, it was a hot day. I had a nice time getting cool in the cinema. It got some chuckles out of me. It was a little too long. And
I mean, your guests that flew over from Canada, they were loving their lives, weren't they?
Yeah, exactly. We went with my sister and friend Rachel, and like, yeah, they were having a lovely time. I mean, I think everyone in the cinema had like a pretty fine time. That's just not really a glowing endorsement either.
I think the problem is as well, though, is like you're right with this trailer, is it's like people seem to think, and maybe the AI research seems to think, that like gays love it when you just shout gay at their face.
Yeah.
It's like gay, rainbow, fierce,
slay,
it's
queen,
like
hunty.
They don't seem to realize that there's more depth to kind of people, and like they might need a different kind of story to cling on to. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not enough.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
Yeah. And so marketing it that way has obviously flopped, and it's like probably cost this franchise its future, because dum-dums were like, oh, we'll just do what kind of worked last time.
And also, I bet it's made them go, right, we will never do anything remotely linked to any LGBTQIA plus people because it will flop and no one will be interested.
Well, that must be so annoying, right? Like marketing to queer people must be so annoying because as soon as we feel like we're being marketed to, we switch off. And then we're like, no, we only like things that we pick. Is if you try and market to us, or if you try and even support us, we're gonna be like, fuck you, you and your giant corporations. No, everything that has to be underground and weird and countercultural, or we're not interested.
Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, because she's not queer though, Megan. There's no like, I wouldn't be against a little lesbian love story between her and Katie.
Oh yeah, budding romance. That would have been cute.
But just like a cute, but that's the thing. They were never going to do that.
No.
Because it's like, that's when it goes into like a dangerous realm of being queer. But just being like basically a robotic fag hag.
Oh, that's such a good description.
I remember seeing an interview and they were like, oh my God, just you wait. Megan is serving looks. You will not be ready when you see her bob.
I fucking hated that bob.
Yes, and they made such a big deal of
scene.
it.
Oh.
Do you think they did the trans flag colours, the little highlights in her hair, on purpose? Or was that just me?
No, I think that's just
Was
you.
that Hunty Slay or was that me?
I think that was just you. Yeah, but they get Megan to dance again, and it's really annoying. It doesn't work. Like the line, hold on to your vaginas.
Hold on to your vaginas.
It's not that funny. But like, you could tell they were like, yeah, this is the one that's going to get them.
Yeah, exactly. And even when like, what you see, I'm sorry listeners, but like, I can't even remember the names of the characters because it was just one of those things that was like an enjoyable 2 hours, but just kind of like, you could say that about a lot of things, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You do in 2 hours. They don't make a lasting impact on you always, do they?
Yeah, in fact, some of them you just block out.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, so the sister character, whatever her bloody name is, when she kind of has the chip, she gets chipped and has Megan in her brain and basically becomes slightly schizophrenic at some point, which is problematic. But there's that bit where when Megan is kind of inside of her, so therefore she's getting violent, and then Megan's like, I know you're enjoying this. I know your heart rate's going up. I was like, oh, well, that's an interesting area. If we were back in the horror realm, that oh shit, like she's getting kind of possessed by this, and like she's getting off on the violence and getting off on the
because she's so repressed.
And again, there's like this thing with this character. She's meant to be like an incredible scientist, so incredible in her field of AI that the FBI and other kind of world leaders want her, but yet the only real conflict she has, other than like this bitchy robo-fag, is that her love interest is also a bit evil, and like he might reprogram her. It's so basic and redundant.
Yeah, you're
like
so
there's no like she doesn't get tempted by AI or anything. She's just this kind of like wet nothing woman.
Well, they spend so much time on these set pieces and these plot things that don't matter, instead of thinking about character. Like, there's so many mentions about like, how can Gemma afford to live in this house?
Yeah,
and it's like, I guess you're supposed to understand that like Megan set it up for her and like has been pulling strings behind the scenes to like give them this fancy house, but you're like, I don't care. Just like,
it's like, hello, we've seen these movies before. Everybody always lives outside of their means. We never question it.
Just,
Oh,
you don't need to over-explain this stuff.
I'm a lonely writer that's just arrived in New York. I'm 23 and I live in a loft apartment in Brooklyn. It's like, yeah, we're buying it.
And that's just like one example, but there's just so many things like that. You're like, why is this being so explained? Can we just have like some fun action sequences and like get back to the roots, And
it's like they also give Megan this like redemption arc as well.
Yeah.
I'm like, they sort of make her understand that killing people isn't maybe the most useful way of being, and
I think I would have been okay with that.
I'm not. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Keep it edgy.
Sure.
We've got this robo fag on our side, but she's a robo fag now. She's not a robo fag hag. We've got this robo fag on our side, and I'm kind of like hanging around with her. Let's hope she doesn't kill my next boyfriend. Whoa! Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm
a bit of that.
for
For sure. Yeah, I don't need her to be good. Keep her dangerous.
Well, this is what I was saying, and I don't know if we're going to get a M3Gan 3 now, just because of, as you said, this is like doomed at the box office. But like, I felt like the trajectory of where they were going with this movie was that like when Katie grows up and maybe starts dating and having her first boyfriend, then Megan's going to become like the jealous, overprotective parent, father of the bride style. Okay, what about the gowns, the costumes, the visual look of it all?
Okay. The gowns.
It's giving AI to me in the sense of like it's fine.
Yeah.
There wasn't really anything that I was like particularly cool. And I'm like you, I love like a bit of sci-fi. I love a bit of sort of superhero. I love a bit of fantasy. I like a kind of a cool robo suit or something. And again, I was just like, it's like the robo suit made me think of Kylie Minogue's Wow 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 video.
Oh yeah. I see that.
A Kylie Minogue pop video from 15 years ago, essentially.
Yeah. The first movie, I think, was quite cool in doing that uncanny valley thing where you're not sure if you're watching CGI or not, and like the way Megan moves is creepy and weird, and there's like something kind of off with it all, and it's like they did a good job of like blurring the line between reality and CGI and robotics and real life. This one I felt lent too far into the CGI, so I just felt a lot of times like I was watching just like entire scenes that were computer generated and there weren't any real people on screen.
Yeah.
And so then you're like, well, I don't care what they're wearing or what they're doing because it doesn't feel real anymore. It like took me out of it. Do you know what I mean?
Oh. Yeah. Well, should we rate it then?
Let's rate it. So we need to give it a score out of 10 for Meryl's.
I'm Julia Child.
For the quality of the movie.
Bon appetit.
I mean, it's 0 to me.
It's 0?
Yeah, it's a 0. It's like so much money has been spent on this film, and it's just such like a hodgepodge of genres and ideas, and it's kind of like if you've got that much money to spend on something, I think it must be quite difficult to like not create something passable. Do you know what I mean? I just looking back on it, there's just nothing of any real worth to it as a film.
Wow. I mean, I agree with you. It doesn't have anything to say, but I think because I sat there and enjoyed it, it must have been there was something to it.
You didn't ask me if I enjoyed it though.
I know.
Because that's when the Liza scale hits.
Yeah. I think for me it's like a 4.
I thought the writing was terrible. I thought the acting was terrible. I thought it was shot really badly.
Fair. Yeah, I think it's like a 4 for me. I think it was just basically it was very safe and passable, and it wasn't what I wanted it to be, but it like what it was, I guess it was like a bad version of that, but not like the worst version of that. If that makes sense. But yeah, live your truth, sweetie.
Yeah. It just didn't feel like a kind of a quality product. It felt like what we've been talking about all this episode. Like it felt like GPT has generated a passable, funny action movie, and this is what the outcome would be.
Yeah, fair. Okay, well, what about Liza's? For the camp factor.
I think this is quite interesting because we're kind of in the midst of a film, and we don't normally have something. We don't normally analyze films that are this like fresh out the gate, do we? We normally have them to like marinade. Because like one of the things I thought about this movie is about how badly it's gonna age.
Yeah.
Especially when like I guess when technology becomes more superior. And I was like, I can't imagine. I mean, I'm not Mystic Meg. I can't look into the future, but I can't imagine that this is really where technology is going to head. But maybe we will have Megan-esque things on our laptops following us around as robots. So I think it's got potential to age badly. I think it is obviously a box office flop, and we love something flaccid, don't we? I think a lot of its humor is based around kind of current trends. So
Yeah.
again, I think that has potential to get terrible. And I love a fallen diva. You know, I love an underdog story, and that's where
there's a lot of tragedy happening with Megan.
Yeah, she's like kind of fallen off her pedestal and isn't quite the hot property we used to be.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of potential for this to be a future camp classic.
I can see that.
So where we sit now, though, yeah, I think in 10 years' time, I think if we were to do this again, I think I would be giving it a higher score. But right now, I'm going to give it. Oh. I mean, I did laugh. I'm going to give it a 4.
Right. Yeah. Queer Joy, no.
No.
Underdog flop vibes. Sort of. But, like, it's also a really big budget thing, but it is flopping, but it's, like, also very mainstream. Stupid fun. Sure. I could give it some stupid fun. Ongoing legacy, I mean, time will tell, but it's hard to say. Yeah, I think I'm with you. And yeah, I'll meet you at a 4. And like, you know what? I could see this at a 7 one day.
Yeah, maybe. But, you know, it's like, you know, are we all of those people that when they first saw Barbed Wire, they just didn't get it?
Yeah, you're so
right.
And
that is our perfect scoring film, isn't it?
You're so
like,
right.
You know,
you're so right.
So maybe this is, maybe Megan has, what was the last Showgirl in her? Maybe Megan has that as a trajectory. She's the next Pamela Anderson.
Oh, so in 30 years, we'll be watching Megan as like a washed up housebot.
Yeah.
Who
who
just wants
Curtis,
to slay. Yeah,
Jamie
who
Lee
just wants to
Curtis.
slay one more day.
But no, but I am glad that we saw something that was like new. I do think it's good for us to like look at something new. But I just think I think a lot of joy we get in this podcast is like when people have been able to make movies and they've been able to do something genuinely like subversive and clever with it.
Yeah.
Even though it's a mainstream release, and this just feels soulless and doesn't feel like it's got any real kind of talent behind it. So
yeah, it feels like a cash grab, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And if we can't have something that is on purpose subversive, we love something that's been subverted in the decades since it was released, and that people have thought about a lot and like found something in.
And also, just as we're talking now, like a film comes to mind that's not the same genre, but it did have a big budget, new release, and it was like stupid, like Austin Powers-y, Barb and Star.
Right. Yeah.
And that is an example of like a really kind of commercial big film that I think is just great because there's talent behind it and there's like passion in what they've made, but it is still a big, goofy, stupid movie.
Yeah, it's got weirdness baked into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're so right. They'll probably do a sequel of that and it'll be shit.
I also wonder if we're just irritable because we're like drowning in
really
our
warm
bodily fluid.
Yeah.
I'd be intrigued to see what people thought though if they think we are being too harsh with this.
Yeah, well, if you saw this movie, let us know. Send us a DM.
It turns out there weren't really that many spoilers actually, so can we just retract all of our spoiler alerts?
Yeah, okay. As I say, there's nothing really happens that matters in this movie to spoil.
No.
Anyway, yeah, let us know what you think of this movie. Give us a 5-star rating wherever you're listening. And I guess we'll be back in 2 more weeks with some more camp classics.
Yeah, and I guess if you want to let go of your vaginas now, you're more than welcome to. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
Get away from her, you bitch!
Classic.
He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
No more hangers!
You thought you'd become a prostitute or a drug addict.
I used to love doggy chow. I used to love doggy chow too.